what about the rest of your summer? What did you do? Like, did you work on any interesting pitches or?
Yeah, one interesting pitch that I got to work on was this buy side M&A opportunity with a middle market private equity firm. Essentially, what happened was this middle market private equity firm, they came to B. Riley and asked, "Hey, we're looking for potential investment opportunities, but we don't know much expertise in the automotive space in the private market." So what essentially happened was the FSG Financial Sponsors Group co-heads, they kind of reached out to managing directors who focus in the industrial sector. And then there was like this pitch that happened. And my essential role within this deal was that one of the MDs sent over like this 4-page Word document. And he said, "Hey, this is all the information I want on the pitch. Put this into a PowerPoint format." So I kind of essentially moved all that information from the Word document into a PowerPoint format, and that was like a day involvement. And then the pitch happened, but they didn't actually win the mandate. So that was another involvement I had. But honestly, I would say with my involvement this summer, it's been more like business development than per se working on like live deals.
uh, So you guys are advising a sponsor in this case, and they wanted you to help them find an automated automotive company to acquire.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, I'm gonna pause here for a second. So,
Okay.
like, B. Riley is your most recent experience, right?
Yeah.
It's the first thing on your resume. It's also
Hmm.
the biggest name, so I think it's like the most likely to. It's like the most likely experience for them to ask you about,
Hmm.
um, which is why I'm starting there. But like, you're not giving me a whole lot
Yeah,
when it comes. Like, I first asked about deals. Okay, you didn't really get to work on that many deals, and that's fine. That's kind of outside of your control, right? Uh,
Hmm.
so then, I asked about pitch, but I think like the way you're framing your project right now is, and look, this may be the truth, but
yeah,
still, like the way you're kind of framing all your projects is like, unfortunately, I didn't do that much, right? Like that's the vibe
Right.
that I'm getting. Is like, oh, we just, I just transferred a 4-page Word doc over to PowerPoint. Like that's not um that's not impressive.
yeah. hmm I
Right.
get that.
So even though that is the truth, I think this is where like sometimes in interviews you can't be too honest. I'm not telling you to lie. Like you don't want to talk about stuff that you never worked on.
Hmm.
But like if you worked on a pitch, I don't know if you still have the materials that you worked on, right? But like if you worked on a pitch, then ideally what I would want to hear you talk about is like the rationale behind the deal or the rationale behind the pitch that you guys made. Like why did you guys think whatever automotive company you pitched was a good target potentially? Right.
hmm
Like that to me
Yeah,
is more interesting if you can demonstrate that you have that level of understanding.
got it. Okay.
Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
hmm
I don't know if you're able to do that because I know your interview is, pretty soon. It's in like a day or two, right? But like, if this is how you've been going into, like, if this is how you've been discussing your past projects in your interviews, then, like, it's just not. I don't think it's very effective,
Got it. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, are you able to like? Do you have the materials? Are you able to like go back and like look through the presentation and try to?
Yeah, I mean, I took a couple of photos. I don't have the exact like file itself, but I took like the photos of the deck. So yeah, I'll definitely take a look at it tonight after this and reword my answers to this.
Yeah, and so like, even if you guys didn't win the mandate, like don't necessarily have to mention that unless they ask.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a difference between like during interviews, there's a difference between straight up lying, which you should not do, versus like leaving stuff out, which you should do.
hmm
You need to decide like, every sentence that comes out of your mouth, like is this sentence adding value or is it detracting? Right? And if
Yeah.
it's detracting, or if you don't know whether it's adding value, or you can't like explain to yourself or to me why that sentence needed to be included, then chances are it doesn't need to be, because
Hmm.
with interview answers, sometimes like brevity and being concise is actually better, right?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Hmm.
So I think that's one big thing is like, have at least one project from B. Riley uh, that you can at least kind of dress up a little bit,
Okay.
right? And I'm not even saying you have to exaggerate on like a whole lot on what you did. Like you don't have to say, oh, I was the one that built the LBO model and this and that if you didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think you just follow the frameworks that we have in the behavioral questionnaire on how you talk about um, like a work experience or a project, right? If it's like, hey, tell me about what you did at B. Riley, then the framework is like one level summary of what your role was. So that would be as simple as, yeah, I was a summary analyst in the financial sponsors group, um, which basically, I mean, everyone knows what that is. You don't have to explain what that is. Like financial sponsors group, self-explanatory, right? Summary analyst in the financial sponsors group. Some of my responsibilities over the summer included X, Y, and Z, right? Like helping out with pitch presentations, putting together buyers lists, like give like one or two more things that you did.
Okay. Yeah.
Conducting research on, the, I don't know, household plants industry, like whatever, right? But I would say the most interesting project that I worked on during my time there was whatever. Pick the project that you have the most to say for, right? Like whatever project you took pictures for, or you actually have enough meat on the bones, so to speak.
Hmm.
So the most interesting project that I worked on was blah blah blah, and the reason why I found this project to be interesting was because I didn't like talk about the rationale. Notice I didn't even mention what you did specifically for the project.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
The most interesting project I worked on was this pitch. The reason why I thought this project was really interesting was because the sponsors were looking for a target that fit these criteria, and like this is what we had to do as a team to find it, and blah 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 blah, right? Or it could be whatever. Like the reason why you thought it was interesting that's totally up to you, right? You could
Right.
right. And from this experience, what I learned was fill in the blank, one or two things that you learn, and like overall, I thought it was a great experience at B. Riley, and was very happy to receive a return offer at the end of the summer, something like that, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
So just follow the framework, right? And if they're not saying like, tell me about B. Riley, if they ask you what I asked, which is like, tell me about a project that you worked on at B. Riley, then you just kind of skip the first two parts. You skip the part about it was a summer analyst in FSG, and some of the things I worked on were blah blah blah. You skip that part and just go straight to, yeah. I mean, the most interesting project I worked on multiple projects during summer, but I would say the most interesting project was fill in the blank, right?
Hmm.
Um, my role on the project was blah blah blah. It was like, what were you responsible for doing? And you can like exaggerate a little bit there if you want. You don't want to exaggerate too much. You don't want to say like, I own the LBO model, and then so you start getting grilled about all the numbers in the LBO model inside out. But you can say, I helped with putting together all the slides and whatever else, right, that you can think of. And also depending on what's in the presentation, like let's say presumably the presentation included, I'm just making this up, trading comps and pressing transactions, and maybe even a DCF. Like the analyst did it. You weren't the one that did it, right? But you have a picture of it. So you can look at it and pick out some high level numbers and just like commit those to memory. And then you can say you helped out with it, Like
Mhm.
nobody can verify what helping out means or what you actually did or didn't do. The only way for them to verify is like to test you and ask you about some of the assumptions in the DCF, or oh yeah, what were some of the companies that you guys used for the comps, and what were the multiples, what was the trading range, well, and like if you can answer a few of these follow-up questions, then pretty much take your word for it, right?
Right. Yeah. I think, I mean, I've only had like one other interview before the upcoming ones, and they kind of tended to focus just on Ocean Park, just given that there's more meat there compared to what I wrote for B. Riley. But I totally get your point that B. Riley is the bigger name. So, yeah, I'll definitely focus on like one bigger project.
Yeah, I mean, if you already have something similar to what I talked about for Ocean Park, then that's great.
Okay. Hmm.
Because then that part is set. But like those are the two jobs that you have on your resume. So, it's either going to be one or the other,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
You just want to cover all your bases. If everyone's asked about Ocean Park so far, that's great because you have the selected transaction experience format, and so it's easier for people to like pick out a specific thing there. But I don't know. My reaction, if I were interviewing you, I just went for the most recent thing and the name that I recognize.
Understood. Yeah, of course.
Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Okay. Ryan asks, how much will we be scrutinized over deal rationale and process if we provide one? I mean, look, if it's a deal that you said you worked on, then I think you should know the deal rationale and process. So like that's not hard. Like literally just, you know, read the presentation and there should be one of the slides in there. Um, or like, and this is what I tell everyone too, and I'll repeat it again. Like if you're at an internship and you're working on stuff, a lot of times like when you're working on it, you're so busy and you're just trying to get the work done, and you're not thinking about this stuff. You're not thinking about like, oh, how am I going to talk about this interview later, even though you should be. But at a minimum, like you need to do what did, which is like take a picture of the presentation or print out a presentation and bring a hard copy home, or like, I mean, you probably don't want to email it to yourself just because a lot of these banks are sensitive about like presentations leaking out, and they can see all the emails and stuff that you send out from your work email. So like you have to be kind of careful how you do it, but like obviously whatever materials you take with you, don't leak it, don't violate confidentiality. It's just for your own, so you can study later, like just for preparing for interviews, and that's it. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking for more customized advice that's tailored for your specific situation, then I invite you to book a free strategy session with our team at the link below. We'll talk to you soon.